Hello my convicts, yes, it is I, the Kappa Convict, bringing you guys another video. So today is a vloggy style video. I thought I'd do it for the end of the week rather than doing a gameplay because why not? You know, it's the last day of the week and I've not really had much chance to do this and obviously use PC as well. So yes, we're using PC today, as you can see from the quality of the video. So as you can see, we're in a slightly different room. This is actually the room that we kind of felt that was good for Rio. And as you can see, he's got a huge, ginormous bed in here. But I mainly spend a lot of my time here myself because I'm the one that looks after him mainly. And when he sleeps, if he doesn't sleep properly, then I'll come in here and I'll lay next to him and try and help him go back to sleep and then sneak away if possible. But what I actually thought I would try and do, even though I know my partner won't probably allow it, is there's a really nice table in here. Now I've used this table before, and it's sort of like a makeup sort of style of table, but it's well, I don't know. It's weird. It's like a table, but it's got a side back with two mirrors and a big mirror in the middle, and she doesn't really use it. So I thought, why not use it for my PC instead? But it's unfortunately too big to get into the smaller room, which is behind where you guys will actually be viewing me from. Yeah, directly behind you is where that room is, and it's quite a small one. Another thing I've found awkward as well is lighting. Lighting in that room in particular is really difficult because the small table I was using is not a proper table like this. You can't put your legs underneath. You're kind of like, it's kind of like a solid dresser that you can put stuff on top of. You're not supposed to actually sit at it and use it like a computer table. But anyway, so I'm going to ramble a bit. I thought I would do. I wasn't too sure what I wanted to talk about, but I wanted to also thank you guys for all the help and support that you've given me through the years with, you know, getting me to over 600 subscribers. You know, we're getting closer and closer every day to 700. And it's absolutely insane to see how far we've come. And it's great to see that obviously we've got a lot of what I call our veterans, which is Gaz, we've got Adam, we've got Gaston, we've got many convicts out there that are doing their own thing, but do pop in to say hello on the odd occasion. So hello, and I salute you. Thank you very much. And to anyone else who is new who does join the channel, we've had a couple of people today join, so I salute you. Thank you very much for joining us here and becoming one of Kappa's convicts. So I just wanted to really say thank you. You know, it's not very often I've done this, you know, as of recent. It's been quite a while. It's been a while since I've actually made a video on the actual PC, which is right here next to me on my left. And I just wanted to show that I really do appreciate the help and support you guys give me through viewing and watching the content that I do. I know it seems that a lot of my Narcon stuff is the one that gets seen the most. So, you know, I could just focus on that. But to be honest, I like playing all types of games. I like having the chance to play multiple different ones. I do want to try and get a bigger hard drive for my very old on its last legs PS4 that I always use when I'm doing my gameplays. I really do need to upgrade to the Pro. But then again, PlayStation 5 is coming out very soon. Let me know in the comments, guys, what do you think of the PlayStation 5? I've seen it and it looks pretty weird. And especially with the controller that comes apart and then it goes into like a VR sort of thing, so you can use it with PSVR. That's going to be an interesting change for the controller itself. Whether or not that will work with the Narcon, I don't know, to be honest. I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't, but I'll have to see. So that might be a big change for me in the future, because I don't know if Narcon will design a new controller for the PS5, and if they do, what features is it going to have? Is it going to have the old features of some of the old stuff as well? A lot of people been asking as well in regards to Narcon 2 and Narcon 1. As far as I'm aware, guys, I can't be 100% correct on this. The Narcon 2 does not have macros. I've had a few people asking, saying, where's the macros and how do you program them on Narcon 2? I don't actually believe they actually do have that. I think they abandoned that when they made Narcon 2, which someone did mention, say, well, that's kind of like a step backwards in time, isn't it? It's like that should be something that Narcon 1 was, and then Narcon 2 was the one with macros. Unfortunately, it's just the way it is. I'm guessing that they felt the need to not have it in there, so I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine, to be honest, because I've not had any information from them or anything like that. Like I said, I'm not affiliated or associated with Narcon in any way, shape, or form. They don't sponsor me. I'm not bound by contracts. I don't get paid from them or anything like that. It's just something I've enjoyed, something I've used along the time. The only thing that they have given me, which I've shown people before, is this, which is the Narcon mouse. Basically, they gave me this because of my support in regards to the actual Narcon controller, and said, here you go, you can have a free mouse, which is the GM 500 series, is it? I know it's not the latest one. It's one of the older versions of it, but I really like this, and it's very good, especially for playing on Fortnite, as you can change the polling rates, and you can have enhanced pointers and quite a few other various things, and it's been pretty good. Also, something I showed you guys before, my Rai keyboard that I bought not long ago, that actually works really, really well. I'm kind of enjoying using it. To be honest, I've not really used it that much on Fortnite. I can, again, because I've not really got a place to set up to use it properly. Now I've got the table here. I'm tempted to try it out and actually see if I can use keyboard and mouse together and actually play a game of Fortnite, because I've kind of had it on my knee, my keyboard, and then the mouse on a small little toy table that my son uses, which has got the alphabet on. You can put stuff on it. We bought it for him to sit at and eat his dinners at, and I've been using that a little bit to sort of do it because he doesn't really sit and eat at a table, so it's just been, those things. I don't like it, Dad. I'm not bothered. Just, put it in a corner somewhere. I'll stand on it and be silly on it, and I've had to sort of move it out of the way just for the purpose that it doesn't fall off it. Because as you all know, and if you are not aware, my son is on pathways for autism. It's at stage 2 at the moment. We've not been given the professional opinion that he's got autism, but it's something that you can quite see in him and through his mannerisms, which is why I'm the full-time dad. I stay at home, I look after him, make sure he's safe, keep him, out of harm's way, because he literally does not have any sense of danger. Many times he's tried to open the front door. First time he ever did it, he got out the front door walking towards the road, and I had to grab him very, very quickly, and that was the first sign of me, right? Every day now I am locking that door, and I do literally every day he comes in, I lock both doors. There's no escape. You're not getting out. So it's been an interesting change. And I've got 2 other boys who also have autism, a form of autism, and one who has access to a wheelchair, who has weak ankles and hips. He has what they call hypermobile joints. So where he has a weakness of the ankles and hips. So he has access, especially on long journeys, to sit in a wheelchair. And then my beautiful daughter, who doesn't need anything at all. The smarts of the family. An amazing young woman she's becoming, and she will accomplish a lot in her life. And it's something I'm very proud of. Is my daughter. My daughter is my only girl in my family, so well, to me, obviously my sister's got her daughters, but in my family itself, from the children I have, she's probably the one that's been the closest, or I've been the closest to through her growing up as a young girl to a young woman. So but there has been problems behind scenes. It has been very difficult for me. I know you guys don't see it, but it's been pretty tough. It's been a rough ride for me. But what helps me every single day is just the help and support that you guys give me in terms of, the viewing and that, and the little bits of revenue I do get from it, which is not a great deal at all. Being just over 600 subscribers, you don't tend to see that much. You know, it's going to be when we get past the milestone of 1,000 subscribers, which you guys can get me there. Just need to subscribe, and you can also be a convict. But yeah, it's been a bit of a whirlwind. I've enjoyed doing this, even though people class me as being an old fogey at the age of 35. Even though I probably don't look it as much when you actually watch this video, or when people see me, don't recognize it. I'm getting a few wrinkles here under the eyes, which probably will, you know, start to insinuate, you know, he's a bit of an old gentleman. Yeah, yes, rather. He's a bit old. What some of the other people, obviously in their 20s, that are currently doing videos and uploads and stuff and things like that. I've enjoyed games since the age of 4 years old. So for me, it was back in the day of the old Atari, the old black box with the red button and just a stick, and that's it. You know, playing any games such as Smurfs on the Atari, and then the Atari ST, the Commodore 64, the Spectrum, many golden oldies, the NES. Now that was a pretty interesting game. One of the biggest games I ever had on that was wrestling. My dad was a very big person into wrestling. He loved the days of the Ultimate Warrior, Hulk Hogan, you know, Randy Savage, Ric Flair when he was young. So that's how far back, you know, Andre the Giant, Yokozuna. Oof. It was a crazy time growing up, especially with 4 other brothers and a sister, and we're all into wrestling, and they all loved the wrestling, and you know, just being a family. Being For me, it was interesting because I was 6 months old. I didn't live with my family. My brothers and sisters lived with my dad, and I lived with my mum. Unfortunately, they got divorced when I was 6 months old. So my mum left, and she remarried my stepdad, and has lived with him ever since. You know, I put up with him ever since. They have their moments, but you know, they still put up with each other as much as they possibly can. And it's been an interesting turn of events. So, as I said, this video is just going to be completely nonsense, probably to a lot of people, but I just wanted to kind of do this as my sort of Fridays with Kappa, or Fridays with behind the scenes with Kappa, just to say thank you, and you know, hopefully I can bring a lot more to the channel, and we can do a lot more. I want to obviously go back to doing thumbnails more often than anything. I do need to look into probably a better PC. Unfortunately, as good as this PC is for what I need it for, it's not good enough. And I don't think even upgrading it would suffice to make it as good as what I would possibly need it to be. So it's something I would probably have to change. But my little boy's coming anyway, so I'm going to end it here. Hopefully you've enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to hit that like, give it a thumbs up. Come on, you know you want to. Subscribe if you're new. And you can also be one of Kappa's convicts. And as you can see, he's here. You can say hello. You can say hi. Hi. That's it, good boy. So there you go. So I'm going to have to disappear, guys, because Terror is up here, and I don't know what he's going to be doing. He's shutting the door already and banging it, which you probably can hear. So don't forget to hit that like. You know it is, guys. It is I, the Kappa Convict. I'm signing out. And as always, guys, I salute you guys, and I will see you soon, hopefully, in another gameplay. So see you after the weekend. Bye for now.